Roku. Spotlight your business, ideas, and events on the Roku TV streaming service. Your message will be heard on our channel, the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Let your friends and family know so they can watch too and help spread your word.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddy S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. I gotta tell you something. We're gonna change it up a little bit today.
Are you? Why not? Why now?
My earpiece just exploded because I want to say saludo a mi gente because we're going Latino, baby. We're gonna be going Latino. Manuel's parents are in the studio. Let me see 3, please. Manuel's parents are in the studio, and we want to say bienvenido. Right? También eso. I messed that up. Bienvenido from Venezuela,
How do
no?
you mess up Spanish? I understand you.
How do you mess up English?
How do you mess up Spanish?
I ain't gonna run this all week because they make funny language. They say I speak English very poorly.
Hamburger.
Hamburger. What's a hamburger?
You and Peter Sellers.
Me and Peter Sellers got nothing in common. But the bottom line is, I want to welcome Familia to the set. Okay, you got a great son there. We're gonna take advantage of him. I hope you don't mind. And we're gonna have a little fun today.
You ready to rock and roll?
Yes, I'm glad you made popcorn because I'm going to start eating popcorn on this segment because there are tents and clowns and all sorts of stuff going on.
Tents and events? Grimes.
Tents and clowns.
Grimes, tents, and events.
See the new It movie
Events
coming
and
out?
Party tents. The new It, I don't do those scary movies.
How do you not do a scary movie? You watch it.
No.
Nobody's acting. You don't act in it.
No, I can't do those scary movies.
Are you serious?
I watched one scary movie that you told me to watch. My
Creature
family
Feature?
came home.
Mm-hmm.
No, Constantine.
Oh, no.
They came home and they said, Mom, you don't watch these movies.
That
Who told
wasn't
you to watch
scary.
this?"
You
I
guys
said,
seen Constantine?
Faith had told me to watch it. You and Faith did. And I sat there with my hands over my face, going like this.
That's scary?
And it kind of defeated the whole purpose of watching the
No,
movie.
you got to watch It.
No, I don't do
Those
that.
are, or The Exorcist. Remember The Exorcist?
No, I don't do that either.
In New York, they had something called Creature Features. You remember that? Creature Features?
Yeah.
No? It had 6 hands, 6 fingers on a hand.
And where are you going with this?
I'm going to have fun with the tents.
Grimes, events, and party tents.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
asked, right? You
I remember.
asked for a tent,
We're going to get there.
and now you
Hold,
got tents.
hold on to that. Listen, I want to welcome all our friends from all over the country. I want to welcome to Monica in Europe. She's watching in England. If she's not, I'm going to be giving her a phone call because we're going OTT style. Want to thank you. You know, sharing is caring. If you've seen today's show, share it out. Facebook is back on point. Numbers are up. Roku, Ashburn, West Virginia, #1.
Not West Virginia, Virginia.
Virginia. There's a
Ashburn,
West Virginia, but we're in the
number
east.
1. Do you know what Ashburn is rated, though?
It is rated numero 1.
They are number 2, rated by Money Magazine, number 2, as best place to live.
Is it?
Number 2 by Money Magazine.
And the Brooklyn Cafe that's our #1 spot. More shows have been seen there on Roku and Amazon Fire and Apple TV than anywhere in the country.
Well, if you are in Ashburn, Virginia and watching our show or anywhere else, give us a call in studio at 888-994-4995. You can find us, you know where to find us, Roku, Amazon Fire, social media, Twitch, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube. There's a lot of places. And now soon to be, maybe, hitting an affiliate.
Yes. Did you hear the news?
I did.
Did
but
I tell you?
I don't want to let it out of the bag.
We can't let it all out of the bag, but we'll say that we've been contacted by a television affiliate and they want the cafe on TV.
How you like that?
I was a little shocked this morning when they called me.
You know what I love is nobody listens to the show until they give me verbatim, down to the phone calls yesterday.
They can tell me what I wear. I don't even remember.
But I don't watch the show. But, there was this phone call, and that segment we did yesterday in My Own Skin, unbelievable.
That's right. That's an amazing product. And they are going to be on NN's show at 6 o'clock on Monday night. They're going to be doing Tell Us Your Biz. And 2 of the 3 people will be on the show. I'm not going to tell you who, but check it out.
My Own Skin. It's really amazing. They take a biopsy from maybe like behind your ear of like the size of a pencil eraser. And in 5 to 7 days, they grow your own skin. They grow 3 sheets of 4x4s.
Foreskin.
No, not foreskin.
Foreskin. Foreskin.
Yeah.
She blew that out of the proportion yesterday. Hey, foreskin,
But
foreskin.
it is great for wound care. It's great for
The
diabetic
best.
wounds, for burn victims. It's autologous, so it's coming
It's
from
what?
autologous.
I'm going to tell you something.
So it's your graft
Hold on a
going
second.
back to you.
I'm gonna
Same
tell you something.
Donor to recipient.
I got a bone to pick with
You
you.
don't know the word autologous.
I don't know that word. There's a lot of words I don't know. But yesterday, when I was at NN doing production, till 8 o'clock at night, whatever I was doing, they came up to me and said, Peter says, boy, it's a good thing Dawn's on the set because she marries a doctor and she is like a doctor. And I said, why? Because she uses them big words. Duh.
Duh.
No, but yesterday you were doing that whole verbiage thing.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm going to read a book.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You just gotta listen to
I'm
our
impressed.
guests,
I'm
and
impressed.
we do what we do.
But I can say the word tent.
You got that one?
I got this, baby. I'm going to take my violin out.
I know. But it's a great segment coming more on Monday. One of the really top-rated shows because there are people scarring, mastectomy, you name it, burn victims, diabetic wound care.
Burn victims, I know. The other stuff, not so much.
Diabetic wound care, even nursing
Yeah.
home patients with the decubitus ulcers, for bed sores.
And then she's showing off.
Bed sore, sorry.
The Buticus?
Bed sores.
The Buticus? Really? Really?
Decubitus ulcers, bed sores, but really incredible. So
Now,
more
do
to
you
come
know that
about
Manuel's father's a doctor?
Welcome, Dad.
You,
I did not in Venezuela.
You're a doctor.
What is
What kind
medicine
of?
like in Venezuela?
How is?
How is it to practice medicine in Venezuela?
I'm an orthopedic surgeon.
He's a what surgeon?
Orthopedic surgeon.
Orthopedic.
So this product for you is spectacular. But people say they complain about what's going on in Venezuela and what it's like to practice medicine and what it's like to have business.
What it's like to live there.
Well, the medicine is good now, but we have some problem for the government.
Right.
That is the question.
That's easy. Because
Yeah.
medicine's good, but we've got some government problems, but it's all good.
Yes, it's good.
And he's here visiting. You like it here better than there or no?
It's better here, sure, but
You like it?
we live there. No other option.
You went to medical school there as well?
Yes, there are a lot of 3 or 4 good medicine school there.
Is that where you went?
What?
Did you go to medical school
Yes,
in Venezuela?
I went. Yes.
Manuel is hanging out here with us now, so we welcome him.
Manuel
Great
is.
asset to our team.
Is it true, Manuel, that you're going to school to learn to be a doctor?
No.
Go take care of that. That's doing.
Too much schooling.
I was a pre-med student. I can't tell you how difficult that was.
For about a day, I know.
I know can do that.
But some great products, and medicine is changing. But we're going to switch it up. We're going to talk about parties because no one likes a party better than Freddy's, all I can tell you. As you can see, we have our own line of coffee at the cafe, our own TVs. We've got sandals coming tomorrow, I think, with Paul from Cruise Planners.
We're gonna
So
go.
parties,
We're
vacations.
gonna do a show overseas, maybe.
You totally confused him. But yesterday I was asking our crew, Facebook has this amazing way of me finding great people that invite me to like their pages. For about 30 seconds, you can find what people invite you to, and then it disappears. So I knew I was going to lose that option. So I went through last week, and I went through as many as I could. And Honey had invited me to like your page. So she invited me to like Grimes events and party tents, and I called her and reached out to her. And then, serendipitously, you say, oh, I need a tent for the football team. Well, here you have Nicole Grimes and Honey Ackerman from Grimes Events and Party
Welcome,
Tents.
welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Now tell me a little bit about what is it?
Grimes Events and Party Tents.
Grimes?
Grimes. Her last name is Grimes.
Okay, I was about to say crimes. Okay,
Grimes.
Grimes, events, and
Party
tent-
tents,
and party
yes.
tent. Okay, so tell us a little bit about what you do.
Okay, well, I'm Nicole Grimes, and my husband and I started this business together about 12 years ago. It was more his business, and I actually used to work for Palm Beach County School District. I was an elementary school teacher here in Delray, and would help do tents at night. And we just kind of gradually, we had one trailer. We would wash tents at night, just the two of us.
Wow.
Yep, and we still have that trailer to this day. And just through the years, the bigger, I would say he obviously had to get more employees. We had our biggest thing, we're like, oh my gosh, we're going to get a U-Haul trailer, storage unit. And we were like, oh my gosh, that's like $300 a month. Like when I think about you think it's so big, when you're growing. And just fortunately through the years, we're so fortunate. Even with the recession, we just kept going forward. I think a lot of people couldn't afford to do big venues, things like that. So they were doing more backyard stuff. And I resigned from the school district about 6 years ago. Came on full time. Fortunately, never missed a beat. We joke that my husband's more my assistant now. I think he thought I was going to be the assistant. That's not what happened. And, we started working just out of our house. Our office was right, like a table like this, right next to each other. Kept growing, more warehouses, more trucks, more employees. And about a year and a half ago, moved into a 12,000 square foot facility.
Holy smokes.
We met Honey several years ago, and always kept her, in the back of our heads. And she came on as our general manager about a year ago.
Well, just
so we're super lucky to have her.
Honey was spectacular when I spoke to her last week. She was great to talk to on the phone. She organized and emails and followed up, and she was really amazing.
No, we're very, very blessed to have her.
Thank you for making me look good, Dawn. That's
no, it's
brownie
true.
points for
We
me.
had a meeting scheduled early this morning, and not only did she not show up, she didn't even have it on her calendar. So when
stuff
people
happens.
have all of that works out, I have to commend you. So thank you, and welcome to the cafe.
Thank you.
Wow, you started at your kitchen table, pretty
Yeah.
much, and now 12,000 square foot warehouse.
Yeah.
That's huge. Now, I want to ask, when somebody wants to rent a tent, this is the assumption, they want to rent a tent, okay? You're going to go in there and measure how big and how tall and everything else. Bells and whistles on the tent, like if they needed lighting or electric, you provide all of that
We
as well?
provide all of that. Tables, chairs, linens. We're full service. Glasses. Again, Honey has really pushed me into different directions, which is wonderful. Catering equipment. I never had that before. I said more into the linens, shafari chairs, so we can do anything indoor and outdoor.
Yeah, definitely a full service tent company, rental company.
Glasses,
But we specialize
plates.
in tenting, which, like she said, everything underneath.
And there's different kinds of tents, I'm assuming, right? We talked about from the 10 by 10s to a full party.
Different sizes, sure, but basically solid tents, white tents, as well as clear top tents.
What's a clear top tent?
Literally, you can see
See-through.
through it. Like
Really?
it's completely clear.
That could
Would
be
it
see the
go for a wedding,
stars.
right?
You keep the ambiance of being outdoor, especially a nighttime event, and you want to feel like you're still outdoors, especially in a beautiful venue that has gorgeous scenery and tropical, flowers or whatnot around. You still want to feel like you're outside. That helps keep the ambiance of being outside, but you're still covered.
There is an event, something happens in the Jewish religion where you eat under the stars.
It's called a sukkah.
Sukkah. Okay. I worked in a gentleman's house one day in Queens, and the roof opened. It would slide out for that sukkah.
Really?
His son worked at MIT, and they came in and did the hydraulics, and the roof
Very
opened.
cool.
Wow.
So he invited me to sukkah.
Sukkah.
So he invited me
Sukkot, yes.
because I worked in the house. I constructed it, painted it, the whole nine, and I went. In Queens. I was the only Puerto Rican
I
in the
think
house.
we all should have one of those.
Right? How cool
I
is
would
that?
like
To
to
actually eat under the stars.
We
And-
just walk outside, though, here in South Florida.
True.
And the rabbi lived across the street. Now, you live across the street from a rabbi, you gotta be a something, right? So I come over and I'm watching the stars. I was just mesmerized because you could actually see the stars in Queens. And rabbi comes over and says, hey, rabbi, check this out. I talked to the rabbi that way. Okay, you gotta go.
How you come up with these things?
What is the largest tent? I have an idea here. What is the largest tent?
Well, the largest that I own is an 80 feet wide and 160 feet long. And that's for
Holy
about
80 by
1,000 people.
160.
Yeah,
That we own.
that
No,
we own.
So you could do a wedding 1,000 people is a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you can sit them comfortably with
Oh, absolutely.
under the stars. Can you make it see-through, or is
No,
that too
not-
big for that?
Anything's
It's just
possible.
anything's
so
possible
we
with
don't own a
budget.
clear-
Yeah, I don't own. Yeah, exactly. That's in a solid
But they'll
top.
bring out fans and we'll bring out, right, to
Oh,
keep it cool.
people do air conditioning. We can completely enclose it. Yeah, we do air conditioning
Really?
in tents. Sure, we just did a
Enclose
wedding
it with
recently.
cathedral windows, so you feel like you're still windows outside, look outside, rather than completely for dark,
So it
solid
takes tents
walls.
that you think of tents to a whole nother level.
This ain't a tent, it's a
Absolutely.
building.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
It
exactly.
is, technically, yeah.
Draping, lighting, like you said, you can
If
just
you get
make
all
it
the
look.
bells and whistles.
Yeah, very spectacular.
So if we had to do a spectacular, let's say that we have the cruise lines, right? And we want to do like a bon voyage party or something, that you can close this thing up with AC and everything else and bring in our new chef.
You can do a lot of things, but you think about weddings, events, remotes, locations, football games.
I kind of like this.
You can do anything you want. But
You could
the
cover a
fact
whole
that you
football
do
field.
it all.
Yes.
You do everything, the tent, and then everything that goes underneath it. A whole catering event. So when people here yesterday say, "Do you have more forks and plates?" They got you covered.
exactly.
Well, the amazing
That's funny, that's our motto.
You got you covered?
We got
Literally,
you
right? We got
covered.
you covered.
We have you covered,
But
right?
bum.
That's pretty good. But there's a whole bunch of possibilities here, because you can do ceremonies, and if it's bad
Yeah.
weather, as long as it
Any
doesn't.
event, any party, even if it's just you want to,
This
you've
is-
got the money and you
Fe-
just want to throw
festivals.
10
It's not just I said the crazy high end. It's also, like I said, I did festivals. I did
city functions
yeah,
and
City of Del
festivals,
Rey. We did the 4th of
parades.
July event for the City of Del Rey.
Really?
That was 37th or 40 tents for
We
that.
do a lot of events in the city of Del Rey,
Yeah.
actually. We work with the DDA, Laura Simon, and
Yep.
she gets us lots of events, from tennis events to festivals to art shows.
You think about all
We
the
do
art
openings
festivals.
for a lot of the businesses.
They need
that
all those
open.
tents, right? Not everyone brings their own tent, or they want it to look similar, right? The look when you go down Atlantic,
Yep.
all of
it's
the tents.
well, it's a big problem when you have a tent, because then you got to store it.
You got to clean
Exactly.
it.
So they do all of that. That's the really cool
You
part
just
about
show
it.
up. Yep.
And you guys set it up?
Best.
Oh yeah.
Not physically.
Yeah, we don't.
Well,
but-
no, I take that back. We've been known to
Yeah.
step
Not-
in and actually
Not
help.
you.
Swear to God.
Not
Can
you.
you imagine going from being an elementary school teacher to
Yeah,
setting up tents
I
and
know.
running events?
Absolutely.
I
Happens every
know.
day.
This woman gets up on the ladder and gets up there putting the lighting on.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tying the
You have a little.
sides on.
What did you
a
teach?
Little board?
I taught kindergarten, 2nd grade, and 4th grade.
Well, that's the reason.
Yeah.
Anybody who can teach kindergarten
Yeah.
can do anything.
And then I went to the district level, and I was administrator at the district.
How long did you teach?
I was in the classroom for 7 years, and then I was at the district for about 8 years.
Wow.
I get gold stars every day.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to get you guys. We're going to get them a gold star sticker chart.
10 gold
Teddy
stars,
shakes her
right,
head, yes.
Nicole?
Exactly.
Again, see, our crew is great. She's happy with the gold star.
Yeah, I'm very elementary, so.
But it's great. Don't you
That's
remember
perfect.
being a kid when you got a gold star? You're
Yeah.
like, oh, this felt good.
It's
So
funny,
it's
my
good.
daughter's an art teacher, and she's learning all this behavior modification for her kids. And the teacher, her mentor teacher, kept taking things away from the kids. So they start with a gold star on the board, and by the end of the class, they take the points away.
Yeah.
Well, what reward is that if
No,
you're only
it's like
taking
negative.
away? I said you have to start the other way. I said you start and you add the points. But at the end,
Absolutely.
they either have half a star that they've worked towards, or the full star. You don't take it away.
No, positive reinforcement,
Right.
not the other
So it was a
way.
whole thing I was teaching her to do.
You
It's
amaze
like
me.
reverse psychology. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You earned it, and then you're going to take it away.
Yeah.
I know, because everyone deserves a trophy, right? You earn
We'll
the
go back
star.
to
You
that.
don't take the star away.
Okay.
Can you imagine me giving these kids $100 and go, you know what, guys, you did a bad job. I need the money back. No. But you pay them at the end of the gig. It's the same thing.
I've been known to say that.
Yeah, that's why you and I work so well together. Let's take a quick commercial break. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. More with Grimes Events and Party Tents right here in Delray Beach.
Yep.
Right here in Delray Beach. We'll be right back.
Hemp Boca. Products of purest natural ingredients and providing a safe alternative method for relief from many symptoms, creating a healthier lifestyle without the use of opioids. Use Hemp Boca products for improved mental health and overall well-being. It's safe, legal, and non-psychoactive. Our pure and high-quality CBD is from clean industrial hemp, then extracted slowly over days to produce the strongest and most effective products on the market. made in the U.S. with no synthetic ingredients. Committed to bringing our customers the highest grade CBD oil on the market. Our industrial hemp, it's organic with no solvents and pesticides, gluten-free, vegan, full spectrum, and third-party double lab tested. Our top priority is your health and wellness, and we are confident you will love our products and the amazing relief so you can enjoy the things you love to do. Try our products and start living a healthier lifestyle. Hemp Boca. Good health and good sense are two of life's greatest blessings.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
And we're back.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV on a wonderful Women's Wednesday. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. You ready? I'm a little hungry. You know what time it is?
We have, what time is it?
We're going to go to Pizza District on Friday.
It's a change of venue, yes.
Change of venue for a Friday, but I'm really excited because I love Pizza District. I love their cauliflower crust. I think Nico is spectacular. He owns it. They have such good food. They've got such great lunch specials. So we're going to be there Friday on Southwest 18th Street on Powerline Road in Boca, right on the corner in the Wharfside Shopping Center. Come on down, have some fun with us. We have a medical, acupuncture, holistic doctor. I have to send her the change of address. She's coming up from West Palm.
And we also have to let Harold know because we're going to meet with him up
So
there
have
as well.
Harold join us there. It's a little bit closer.
Yep.
So we will be change of venue, Pizza District on Southwest 18th Street. You gotta love it. Poor Kelsey, she's now going to change it.
Kelsey, Jupiter, we have to change things. Also, we are going to be traveling.
Where are we going?
We're going to be going down to the Pizza District. We're going to meet here at 9 o'clock. We're going down in style.
Do you know I live 2 seconds from there?
You don't have to. You can go down there. I'm coming up here. I don't live 4 seconds from there. But I'm coming up here to take a limo drive.
Right down there.
Hey, Mr. DJ Limo Services, the Brooklyn Cafe Limo. What is it? Brooklyn Cafe Courtesy Limo. I can never remember that.
And you know, yesterday Chef Milo was on the Hemp Boca show. That salad, I have not had a wedge salad in a very long time.
That's all I eat.
Well, I don't, because the blue cheese dressing isn't so,
He didn't put
good
a
for my
lot.
hips, but oh my God, it was delicious.
You got hips. What?
I got hips. You know what they say? Whatever you eat
What
goes right
hips?
to your hips.
Does
girls?
it? You should eat a little more. Get a couple of hips.
It was so good, right? Was
Yes.
the food spectacular?
Yes.
Chef Tulio?
Chef Tulio is from Wyndham's. Chef
Cafe
Milo.
Net.
Yes, we did a shoot there.
Yeah, good friend of mine.
Is he? He's the best.
He
Great
actually,
guy.
we have
Such
to.
a great
Inside
guy.
note. Yeah,
We have to
really
call
nice.
him because I've known him for 5 years.
Yeah.
Because I've done shows and he's been on every show that I've done. But he wants to take our coffee and put it in stores.
Oh, that's great.
And we didn't call him.
We gave him a lot. He said
He's a good peep. He's a good person to know.
He said, "Can
Yeah.
I take this to one of the grocery stores and just explode it for you?" We looked at him and said, "Really?" He says, "Yeah, would that be okay with you?" Yeah,
We had
sure,
to go,
that'd be great.
We had to go see him.
Such a nice guy. He brought out drinks because we did 2 remotes there at Cafe Med. I tell you not, honey. There was a drink that was this big, and because it was before 12, he made it non-alcoholic. By the time we were done, it was 2, but that didn't count. So he left us with a lot of fruit punch. But what a spectacular way he presented these drinks,
Well,
right?
I don't want him doing that again until after 12.
We'll have to do one after 5. But the Wyndham Cafe Med, he is such a nice
Spectacular. Spectacular show. We had a lot of
I've
fun
known
with
him about 20 years, and I've done
Really?
a lot of, we've had some good times. Concerts, drinking.
man. Have you known
eating.
him?
He's
That's a long
owned his
time.
own restaurant back in the day in Meisner.
His
And
family's in the
little
coffee
restaurant.
business, he told me. They do
Oh,
coffee.
he's jack of all trades.
What
Is it?
restaurant was his in Meisner?
It was called Tulio's. in
Wow.
Meisner.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Back in the day, he was working for different restaurants.
Just south of Meisner, across where
Where the 6 tables
the
is
wine
over there?
table.
Okay.
Correct. Right next to 6 Tables, his restaurant used to be.
Wow.
There's a restaurant called 6 Tables.
There's literally 6 tables in the restaurant.
There was a place like that up in New York, too, called 6
Reservation
Tables.
reservation only, yeah.
Yeah.
I worked at the wine bar next to it. Great place too.
That's where Kendra sings.
Kendra, yeah. You know Kendra? Yeah, she
Actually,
started
they
here.
asked us if we would do a location shoot at Vino in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
And we also have 60s Modern Wine Bar.
I didn't call her.
We also have the Village Tavern to call also.
You got a lot of people to call.
Teddy, can we clone you?
We need phones on
We got
deck.
it. We need Mama Raphael. Can we clone Teddy?
We need to make some phone calls to get these remotes in order. I want to do 3 next week.
A lot to do. We've got Nicole Grimes and we've got Honey Ackerman from Grimes Events and Party Tents. Let me ask you, what is the most spectacular venue you have set up at?
Super Bowl.
Well, that is going to be a big venue we're going to be setting
How
up
did
at.
you know that? We didn't even disclose that info yet. Did you do a little research on us, Freddie? Yeah.
I just
We
got
are-
a little something in
we
my
are
ear.
a preferred
I
vendor
know,
for the
I
Miami
heard.
Super Bowl.
I
Yeah.
heard,
You know.
yeah.
Very exciting. You know,
It's huge.
we are
Sorry.
fortunate to be part of a program where they wanted to just work with, diverse companies. You had to be listed as minority, woman-owned, or a veteran. List, your business in Palm Beach, Broward, or Miami-Dade, and after about a year of being vetted and contracts and meetings, things like that. Yeah, we just got the approval.
Couple weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago that
Congratulations.
we're a
Ago,
preferred
yeah.
vendor.
That's a
for
big deal.
The Miami Super Bowl.
You
It's
should
very
be blowing
exciting.
that out.
Yeah,
We're
super
hoping Philly comes to
excited.
town.
Well, she is.
Let's do a
Big
commercial
fan.
and blow it up. We know the people who are going to be at the Super Bowl.
Well, when I spoke to Honey, she was talking about, looking at the radio exposure for some commercial time for Grimes.
Yeah.
Because they're so local and it's on our backyard for WNN to air some radio spots.
Hey, there's a whole bunch of people who are already texting me for the number. I mean, it's kind of craziness the way this thing works because everybody's coming out with all these ideas. You work with the Miracle League with the kids. I mean, that could be. They're doing the dinner and the diamond.
Dinner on the Diamond, actually.
So what happens if it's bad weather?
Well, I think they're going to tent the whole area. So I don't know if you've worked with Julia or not.
What is
Miracle
it for?
League?
Miracle League of Palm Beach County.
No.
I keep everything right
And we
here.
work with a lot of nonprofits, so
But there are
we would
so
definitely be
many
interested.
that have come through here. So many different
Dinner on the
organizations.
Diamond, Saturday, November 23rd. And it's at the baseball field right over on Linton. That used
Yeah.
to be the old Bucky Dent.
Yep.
And they're a special needs baseball league for all
Our
the
offices
kids.
are on Linton. Our
Okay.
warehouses just
So you
east
know
of
they're right like
95.
behind that Wendy's over
Yeah.
there, right
Yeah.
over. And they're having dinner on the Diamond, and I think they've talked about tenting it because if it rains, what do you do
Absolutely.
with all these people?
And I have to,
Exactly.
On the baseball
I have to
field.
serve dinner. I ain't serving in the
No,
rain.
we're
Tell you
doing
that
a
right
show.
now. No, she says I have to
Are
serve
you
food.
going to serve too?
That's what she told me to do. She didn't tell me about no show.
So it's on Saturday, November 23rd, silent live auction, dinner, and dancing, Miracle League of
But
Palm
there's a
Beach
whole
County.
bunch of because we do a lot of remotes. We go out on the road, and sometimes weather is restrictive. But this could be a whole different.
Maybe we
bag
can
of
get a
fish.
clear one so you can see the stars. Right?
You know, you always got to go deep end. Relax,
we go big.
relax. What are you gonna walk around?
Go
like that?
big. Why
Well, I say
just
if
go
you-
big?
if
Because
you're
we're in
gonna
the
do a
midday
clear
show
one.
where we look at the sun.
She's getting
No.
nervous.
I was gonna say that's what I just always tell people. I'm like, don't do a clear one during the day.
That's right.
Because you will. It's
Sunburn.
like a greenhouse underneath.
Yeah.
So it's really for nighttime.
It's nighttime
This is
activity.
actually
You will-
dinner.
Yeah.
You'll melt. So
You'll
Yeah,
melt during the day.
You melt
for
without
sure.
a tent, of
Yeah.
course.
What was it like for you to see this business? I guess it was your husband's idea.
Mm-hmm.
He came with this idea, and you thought, what, 12 years ago?
You thought he was nuts.
Yeah, he was doing it on the side, had one tent, one client, and was just putting this one tent up, every weekend. And I was like, wow, like you're making really good money with this. Like, why don't you do this full time? He used to work for Men's Pro Tennis here in Delray doing corporate sponsorships. And again, just slowly, I really pushed him, and I said, let's buy more chairs, let's buy more tents and tables. That's all we had when we started. And honestly, yeah, to see it from where it was, and us two cursing each other out as we're washing tents at
On
night,
their own in their
screaming at
backyard.
each other, and to where we are now, I still
With
have
a
to pinch
huge tent
myself.
washing machine that
Yeah,
can
we
fit
have a
a
tent.
40 by 80 tent inside this
Well,
big
80
machine.
wide. Yeah.
80 wide.
The 80 160 tent can fit in there.
Who would
Yeah,
have thought
so
about washing tents? But I guess you
It's the
have.
biggest washing machine you've ever seen.
Does
Yeah.
it really just go in a machine?
Yeah.
It goes
or is
into
it
a
like
machine.
a car washing? Can you just push
It's
it
like
all-
a giant tumble machine, but in
It's
the
about
past,
the size of this room.
when you would wash the tent, because you have to do that, we would have pressure washers. That's kind of what's standard, and it's on the ground. You never really get it clean because it's still soapy, dirty water on the ground. You flip it over, do the other side,
Oh
and
my gosh.
you just never really get it clean.
Massive quantity of tent that
Yeah.
you're
I'm
trying
thinking
to...
about if my husband and I actually ever had to wash a tent, we would not be married anymore.
Yeah.
And you continue to grow a business.
Yeah, it is funny.
That's pretty remarkable.
She
Because
probably
really,
thought
that
the
would be
same
like,
thing
nope,
too
done.
when she was in
Yeah.
the midst of it.
You've never gone camping?
Get out of my head.
We used to go camping every year.
Yeah, I love camping.
I went
You have to
camping
set up the
once.
tent in the back, and you got to spray the seams, right? And you got to wash them. You got to get all the
Yeah.
debris and all that.
That's funny
So
you say that. We get
imagine-
a lot of calls for, do you rent camping tents?
Yeah.
I'm like, not that
Not-
kind of tent.
Now you can rent a huge camping gear, and you can make an apartment in it. Because when I had the
Sure.
kids, I had to get a triple decker.
Yeah, when we go camping, I actually bring like a 20 by 20 tent. Like we
Yeah.
bring our tents we actually sleep in, but we bring like our own living room
Yeah.
and do a whole giant
Oh, you would
setup.
take
Yeah.
you would take
We-
camping
We
to
wanna
another
take
level,
her
baby.
camping.
We
That would
bring
be
a
like
big
glamping.
trailer.
No,
It is glamping.
you bring
I
a-
could do
level.
glamping.
You bring a
We should
gen-
do a show on glamping.
You bring oh God no, you bring a generator,
We
right?
bring generators.
And you have television, and it's like an apartment in the
Yeah.
camp. Meanwhile, everybody's like
That's why you
mosquito
call it glamping.
bitten,
Yeah.
So
stinking,
glamping.
Generator, TV,
Yeah.
all of it.
Glamour camping. glamping.
camping.
catering oven.
There you go. I
could
do
do that
kind.
too.
Bake out there.
Yeah.
You do it all.
Yeah, I used to go camping, right? And then when the weather was bad, there was a hotel down the street. So I used to go stay in the hotel. I mean, the campsite was all set up, and I used to come back the next day. I wasn't going to sleep with all this rain and stuff like that. But our tents weren't professional.
I went camping
It's
once,
a big
and it
difference.
was only at Spanish River Park. And they left
That's
me
on
with
the street.
Yeah, they left me with the kids in the dark and no flashlight to go to the front. Okay, that was number one.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Number two was he used to take the kids camping every year with Indian guides. I guess one trip they got flooded out, and the tent got flooded out. The tent ended up in the garbage. They never sprayed the seams. It got flooded.
You got to take care of it. You got to know what
And
you're
it
doing.
never happened. So me and camping, it has
I
so
used to
much.
have a
I
trip
love it.
camping. Everybody used to say,
Well,
look,
if I go camping like you with the living room,
Yeah.
with generator, cooktop,
yeah, but that's
and air conditioning,
that's not the
called
norm.
glamping.
But that's not the
it
norm.
is now.
Okay. Well, you could put that whole thing out there. Can you imagine having a whole glamping igloo piece of, wow, that would be funny.
Unbelievable.
Camping's fun.
It is fun.
You drink a lot, but besides that, it's a lot of
Could
fun.
be a lot of fun. Have
It
you
is.
used the 1,000-person tent before?
Yeah, it's gone up 2 times in the last
Two or three times.
2 or 3 times in the last month or
How long? How many
Yeah.
people does it take to put that bad boy up?
about 10.
That's like a military style
And
thing,
what
right?
venue can hold that size tent?
The one we just did was for a church, and they had and
Jehovah's Witnesses.
yeah, it's the Christian Coalition of Jehovah Witnesses in off Palm Beach Lakes, and it was up for a week, and then we took it down, and then the next month we put it back up again for them. Yeah, and that
separate
wasn't even
events.
just that was the 80 wide, and then I had 4 40 by 80 tents. I had 20 tents for catering. It was
AC
like a
or
whole
not?
tent world. No
They weren't
air
AC.
conditioning.
Massive, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we could do the Fred Talk in a big camp deal. Where we have speakers come on and talk, and we set it up as a stage around it, roundhouse.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
oh, it'd be a blast. And then we'll get a generator. This is how we're going to do the Miracle League. And then we can do streaming.
I'm going to have to call Coach Julie and give her your information because I think they need to tent it. Absolutely, because if it rains, you're done on the diamond.
I think that a lot of people don't come to the realization that there is an option to resolve a problem with bad weather. And then you don't have people who
live in
do it.
South Florida. You have to have that backup plan
Right.
if you do any type of outdoor event. And I'm saying this with conviction right now.
Yeah, because people don't plan ahead, you know.
We definitely, for example, brides, you know, at a venue, you have a beautiful outside venue. You've got to plan. It's your number one most important day, and you choose this beautiful outdoor venue. You would think to have a backup plan. You've got to account for living in South Florida, inclement weather.
Just need a plan B.
Oh my gosh, we went to a wedding and the ceremony was outside. They had a backup or inside, but the bride said, no, the rain's going to pass. Well, it poured as we were driving.
It's good luck.
Everything was wet. Well, the bride wasn't wet, right?
Did you have an umbrella?
It stopped for the ceremony. However, everyone was in gowns, right? It's a black tie wedding. The ground was wet. The concrete was wet. The chairs were wet.
Didn't put anything on the ground.
Everything was wet. I mean, it was for the bride. She walked down. They waited till the rain to stop, and they rolled it out for her. But everyone's sitting there, right, in these gowns, black tie, and everything was wet. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Even having an event that I would think like on the grass or something like that, because we rent flooring as well.
Actually, I was going to ask you that.
You would want to, especially if it's a black tie event, I would think you would at least floor it. And, you know, obviously hope for no rain. But we rent flooring as well.
But you want to protect it.
What do you attribute your growth to? Because, wow, going from one tent
Oh, I could see it.
and your husband to what? To have such amazing growth.
I would definitely say, I mean, at the beginning, I mean, again, I talk about how we struggled. Like, we were like, oh my gosh, we're going to spend $200 on yellow pages. Like, nobody even uses that anymore.
Right.
So I think, like, for us, like, word of mouth was instrumental. We did kind of fall into, like, this Palm Beach higher end niche, and it really grew from there, but word of mouth for sure. My husband was born in Florida, you know, went to Boca High, so he knows so many people like Honey does. Like everybody, anywhere we go, they'll either know Mark or they know Honey. It's very funny. But I think some of the connections that he had helped us grow, and my team, knowing that like I have a team that I can depend on. Even my growth this past year, we have such a phenomenal team that I felt confident enough to even take on more business, because sometimes I would be like, you know what, we're good this weekend. I don't want to overextend. Even though I still have the inventory, there's only so many hours in the day. And our team was like, no. Never say you can't take it. Like, we'll work 24 hours for you, Nicole. Like, don't. So that confidence in them and knowing that I have that support, that they're going to be there for me and not calling out sick, and you know, and I've had that for years. It takes an
army to do what we do. It's it's a manual from A to Z, from planning it to executing it, installing it.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work. A lot of organization. People are depending on you. The setup. You need your crew to show up.
And the stress. Like, you know, we have to put tents. Like, if a wedding starts at 5:00 and it's raining, I still have to get that tent up. So, you know, things take longer sometimes, but you know, there's no put a rain jacket on. We have to do it.
If you know bad weather's coming, would you set up the tent the day before?
Yeah, like we have weddings this weekend that we're already saying let's set up on Thursday. You know, so absolutely, and we don't charge anything extra, you know, for that.
That's smart. The other thing is, I went to a wedding one day, and it's not only rain. It was beautiful, it was sunny, nice on the beach. I said, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Rain shower.
It was 22 degrees.
So what do you do for that?
I froze.
Guess what? We rent heaters too.
Yes, we do.
If they were, and this was in a cement bed on a hotel. I says, let's go inside. I mean, everybody was shivering. No, we're gonna do it out here. And then she wore like a real low. She was blue, baby.
The bride was blue.
She ain't never gonna forget that marriage.
Well, she needed something blue, so
there you go.
There you go.
Poor Teddy, you're so sick back there.
And the funny thing, what's the matter?
Poor Teddy, I'm watching her back there.
What's wrong? What's wrong with you?
She's turning blue.
You're turning blue? Are you getting married? No. September 5th, ladies and gentlemen, if you call in and let us know that it's Teddy's birthday, you will get a bag of coffee.
But they do everything. I'm just amazed. You start and people say, They look at your growth. They don't know where you came from, but I'm just amazed by your whole story because you
It's
know what?
pretty
It's
cool.
persistence, women-owned business. The two of you sit here, and your team, and your growth, and everything that you offer.
And your real
Yes.
name is Honey?
Her real name is Honey.
Mom and Dad call you that, or you made it up?
No,
That's
it,
her birth
It is
name.
a lot to live up to. Yes.
It's on your birth certificate?
Yeah.
H-O-N-E-Y?
H-O-N-E-Y. Yeah.
Holy
I was premature
smokes.
when I was born, almost 4 months, and actually the doctors didn't think I was going to live. My mother called in a priest to baptize me, and
she was born
she
in
needed
Italy.
a name, and the nurses gave her a name book. She opened it up and circled my name, and Honey was there, and here I am. I think it should have been Miracle, but Honey is the name I got.
Man, with a name like
It's a
Honey, you can
lot
call
to live
anything
up
you
to
want.
sometimes.
I bet it is.
I've won many bets from it, though.
I bet.
It's not a stripper name. It's not a It's not a nickname. My
It's funny,
parents
I-
weren't hippies.
Yeah. I was talking to you last
I've
week.
heard
I
it
said, all
all.
right, honey. And I'm sure everyone, I was at NN, looked at me and said, who are you calling honey? And
People do it all the time.
I'm like, well, who are you calling
Yeah, I
honey?
have
But
a lot
I think
of fun
it's
with it.
great. Yeah, why
Yeah.
not? What did you do before you worked with Grimes?
I was in the hospitality industry. I've, in one form or another, always been in the hospitality. I think I started work for the airline. I was in the airline business when I first moved to Florida. Flew for American Airlines.
You weren't a
based out of
stewardess, were you?
Miami.
Flight attendant.
Flight
Oh,
attendant
jeez
is the
Louise.
correct word. Thank you,
Is that the
John.
new word?
I actually
It's
say
the
it wrong
correct
still
terminology
too.
for it, too.
Honey, he's
Flight
equally
attendant.
offensive to everyone, so don't
That's
take it
not.
personally.
Don't say that. It's not a stewardess anymore.
Flight attendant.
No.
Why?
They even call it, because there's male figures that
You could
are
be a
now-
steward.
Yeah, but they don't like that.
Stewards, I think, are on the
Flight
ships.
attendants.
Could ask Paul.
Holy
It's just a
smokes! This is
old-
getting so. I
Politically
never.
Old
correct.
saying.
No wonder
Yeah.
why when I'm in the plane and she goes up and down, he goes up and down and says, steward, and they ignore me.
Yeah,
They ignore
they
me.
don't respond to you, yeah.
They ignore me. Really? I didn't know that. I learned a lesson
So
today.
always in
Flight attendant.
hospitality, because that's even like hospitality.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's in, you're dealing with people. For anything dealing with people directly is hospitality. We serve coffee, tea, and we weren't there just to do that, but for your safety, of course, is our number one reason we're there. But hotels to restaurants and catering. So everything pretty much hospitality based I've been in.
You do it all, and now you bring it all back under Grimes. Honey's fantastic. You're very lucky to have her, Nicole.
I know.
What a
Thanks,
great
Dawn.
team.
Hun-
Let's go to commercial break. Hold that question.
I guess we are.
Give us a call, 888-994-4995.
Losing
We'll be
track of
right
time.
back.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient. That little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
And we're back.
And we are back. Ding, 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 they say at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Chef Chef, you're frozen. You have to redo the VMix again.
I think Karen's going to reach out to him. We've got Chef Chris Paul on VMAX. He did.
He's in Virginia, no?
I think he's in Virginia. Did a big event this weekend. We're going to find out what happened with that. Teddy's just running it all for us. We're here with Nicole and Honey from Grimes Events and Party Tents, and yes, that is really her name. What am I looking at?
Give the phone number so maybe he calls.
888-994-4995. You can also find us on the VMix as well.
Yay.
And Honey has theme music.
I do.
Yeah. Isn't there a song, Honey?
Honey, honey, na, 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 na.
How many songs do you know with the word honey? If you can name a song with
I
the
have
word
people
honey.
sing it to me all the time. I should know by all the words.
So what? So what's your nickname, Hun? I mean, what?
Oh,
do
I
they...
have other nicknames.
I
but
bet you
can't
do.
tell you.
Bada bing, bada boom, and there you have
Bada
it.
bing, bada boom.
That's fantastic. You know, it's funny because she played softball or baseball, and the back of her shirt says "Honey." You don't see that. That's really cool.
Did you play softball?
I did. Softball, I played basketball, field hockey. I was pretty active.
That's kind of cool.
Do you rent tents for events like that?
Mm-hmm.
So you,
For
you
schools
could rent a
and-
tent for a Sunday?
Everything they can rent. Yes, we're going to be talking about. We're going to be into negotiations. Yes.
Because the M2 Chargers plays on Sunday.
Yes.
And it is called the Spanish River Recreational Complex.
What the hell is that?
That's where you play
That's where we
football.
play. Yes, and everybody come on out. You come out, I'll give you a bag of
I
coffee.
drove by yesterday to get the name for you.
Are you serious?
Yes.
There's something really wrong with you. You
Well,
drove to
lucky-
Spanish River?
Yes.
You don't even live there.
Yes.
I live there, by the way.
was
I live
helping you
right up the
out.
street.
I drove by and I took a
There's a
straight way
reason.
instead of the wrong
I gotta
way.
pay for this somehow. Why?
You don't
Why'd
pay
you
for
do
it at
that?
all.
Say, huh?
Because I drove by and I thought you keep talking about it. It's the Spanish River Recreational Complex right across from the Spanish River Library, right behind the school.
What's our record?
3-0.
3-0. Yes, with 3 wins, we are halfway home.
Right
That's
behind
great.
the middle school, which is
Right across the street from
Don
Boca High
Estridge.
School, Boca Library. What?
you're right behind Don Estridge.
You keep saying that. I don't see no Estridge out there. See nothing out there. There's nothing but
This
field.
is Big Lake.
Okay.
No.
Wait, I didn't go to the lake after I saw crawl. I ain't going nowhere
You
near
see the
water.
lake?
I saw water for the rains.
Not very helpful.
Yeah, you did a tent for the Boca Library. In
I
the
said
back.
we've done tents there before, but
Recently, I thought we had.
You know, I know you.
Honey?
you probably it wouldn't be a surprise. If
I
you
know
did.
you from someplace.
Honey or Nicole?
Honey. I know you from someplace. You did an event somewhere where I saw you. It hasn't
Okay.
come to me yet. But you guys are everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
You know, you asked before, even like, you know, part of our growth, and I think us being like certified woman owned too and registered that way, I was able to get like a lot of government contracts as well. So I think that also helped me to like get on the map. We posted on our trucks, woman owned, our guys' shirts say hashtag woman owned, hashtag woman run. So we really, really promote that.
The boss
Do they
lady.
belong
Boss
to
Fem
Fem City?
City?
Do you know Fem City?
Fem City.
Hey, you want to meet them. Those are
She should be on her way
250
also.
strong women
Fem City, Boca
organization.
del Rey.
Okay.
It's all about women in business.
Them?
Fem.
FEM. I don't go to any of the events. I wore a dress trying to sneak in one day.
Oh.
They got me.
Yeah.
Why does that not surprise me, Freddie? It just, nothing about
Hey,
it
honey,
surprises
take it
me.
easy, honey.
Here's the amazing thing, the amazing first impression you give people.
What is that?
Whatever it is.
She said that must be Freddy when I was standing by the door. And
You
I said,
did.
and
I
that must
did.
be, who's that?
It's the hat gave it away.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Do you know more people talk to me because of the hat?
That's
even
funny.
my heart doctor, what's that called?
Cardiologist.
Her.
The hat man?
Dr. Field says, "Oh, Freddie, how are you?" I says, "Doc, I've been coming 3 years here. Now you know my name." She says, "It's the hat." I said, "Really?
Everyone knows you with the hat.
That's bad." You know, Marsha Teal told me yesterday, "Where's your hat?" Because I took it off. And says, "It's over there." Good. The hell is that?
Why?
is like your Elton John glasses.
Your hat is,
This
here's
is-
your why.
Here's the why.
Why'd you take it off?
Because I was tired. I was
We need
really
to have
tired.
it bedazzled for you.
No, we ain't bedazzling
I was going to
nothing.
say the Brooklyn. Teddy's like, yeah.
And I was told by my executive producer, you cannot bedazzle these mics. You have to buy it bedazzled already. You go to Amazon, they have them there
I
for
thought
$22.
about that, so that's going to be next. Amazon, every day we get another delivery. We've got some new wires today.
But I got some bad news for you. Gio says you got to get the XLR ones. You can't do a remote.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have a third box.
Whatever Gio says.
Well, you got the XLR ones.
I got the XLR, so one that plugs in, a bedazzled one, I think would be really cool.
Yes, you put bedazzled to bedazzle, and you're bedazzled. You could do the bedazzled concert. You know, there are so many things going through my head right now. We could do a concert in the park. I've lived in Florida, God help me, I think 14, 15 years. And in New York City, I got to meet a lot of superstars in Central Park, right? Donna Summers. I got to meet them all in the day.
Donna Summer.
Remember her? I would sing her tunes, but
Remember Diana
I can't
Ross?
sing. Diana Ross, in the storm. Diana was in the storm. She was like this. It was lightning. It was pouring. I was the only idiot out there with an umbrella. Everybody else had
Teddy, I'm
run.
thinking of you and his password. And Teddy goes, why did I even ask?
But I always wanted to do a concert in the park. But it is so freaking hot out here.
Right.
I mean, you melt in
Well,
the
we
shade.
talked about tenting out here on the grass and doing a concert in the park.
Well, when this was a different space years ago, actually for the last 10 years, I did their anniversary party in this space.
And what
every
did you
year.
put
A
up?
salon, I think.
Yeah.
It was Spa
Yeah.
Spy
11.
11.
Spa 11.
And what you put out there? Big tent?
I didn't put tents. I did lighting. I actually drained the pool out there. I put a dance floor over there. I've done fashion shows out there where I put a runway through the pool.
That's what I want.
Yep, I've done that there. I'll show you some pictures.
I want to put the
We've
bands
done-
on the pool with the water still in it, though. I
Yeah,
want to put a band on the pool.
I
And
can
then
do
can
that.
you tent the roof of it so rain?
There
or
you
no?
So
we
what
go.
the problem is on that space, unfortunately, is those columns. And even when we go out to like measure for a tent, like we have to look up because when you erect the tent, you build the essentially the roof first, and then you
On the
lift up
ground.
one side and you lift up the other side. So because of those columns, I can't get a tent. 'Cause you have to
Up
build it
in
on the
there.
ground. I can't get a tent over the columns.
There are
So it's
columns
kind of
there?
obstructing. Yeah, there's
And
4 giant
Four big
columns in the pool.
You haven't noticed?
Or
Oh,
you
it
mean?
was in the pool.
Or you mean
Yeah.
around the pool? And
Yeah.
does the columns have a roof?
No,
It's open.
but I've draped it. I've put like draping over it to make it look fancier, but
I want to work about doing the concert in the park. I spoke to him about doing it here, but he says we have to tent it. Is what he kept saying.
yeah,
Now you guys
unfortunately,
know-
because of that
of the columns,
obstruction,
we can't.
yeah, I can't get around
What if we
it.
just throw like material over the top?
Well,
Let it drain
Don't
when it
like
rains.
that. Here's Patty from Fem City. So
We
we
were
were
just
just
talking
talking
about
about
you.
you.
Hello.
This is
Hello.
Nicole Grimes and Honey Ackerman
Hi.
of Grimes Events and Party Tents.
Woman
I'm thinking
owned.
they should be woman-owned part of Fem City Boca Del Rey,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes.
Patty, we haven't even let you put your purse down before we have.
I know. I know. I just
Sit down,
walked
get
in, hand
comfy.
me
There's
the
some
mic.
coffee.
Yes. No, we have so many members that are doing their own events with their own businesses and also with nonprofits they're involved in. And yes, that should definitely be something that they can connect with.
And the funny thing here is that you have all those women that now can do outside events with tents, right?
And
And
you
I
have to have a tent
guarantee
in Florida.
you I am going to sneak into one of them events. I guarantee you.
With the
Back
dress
door.
on. With the dress on.
Maybe two
Dress
dresses.
and heels.
Remember we talked about that the other day when you were on about doing events outside, and you said no, it's not good for the hair. They do flooring, they do
Air conditioning.
Air conditioning,
generators,
yes.
you name it. Have you ever tented the Addison? Probably.
Not the Addison. Mm-mm.
There's an outside to the Addison?
Yeah, that whole
Yes.
beautiful courtyard.
That courtyard.
Well, what it is that because they have an indoor space, so people, if that's their plan B, is to go
Oh,
in
okay.
to use the indoor space. But we go indoor too. We
Mich-
don't just go outside. So I've done stuff at the Addison, but inside, not outside.
Michelle, they used
Mm-hmm.
to tent here when this was Spa 11,
Yeah,
the pool area.
10 years.
And
I
they've
did every
also
anniversary party.
and they've worked on over the pool for runways and things. Remember we talked about bringing bands and stuff in here?
Yeah.
This is the key right here. We can't tent it because unfortunately we gotta knock down the columns. Oops. Other than that, they can do everything else we need.
Tent it over the columns.
We can't.
We tried.
Yeah, no, it's not possible.
We can't.
It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. How you have to build a tent. Yeah, logistically.
I mean, you could throw material over it and tie it on the outside, but I don't know how
Yeah.
sturdy that'll be. But anyway, they know the part underneath where the pool is and put the band
Yeah.
over the pool and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
They done it.
Yeah.
There
They've
you
actually
go.
done it. It might be something about the
Oh.
concert in the park thing we talked about.
Yeah, yeah. We definitely want to talk. Give
Get-
me a holler when you guys are
Yes.
off camera.
It just
We will.
continues.
And
Yeah.
it just continues
My
to
head
grow.
hurts.
Well, it's because
Did you use it as a
Yes,
dance
you can.
area?
We have. I said
Runway.
we did. Yeah, the runway was "Say Yes to the Dress." Came here and Monty.
wow.
Yeah, he was the host for it, and it was a bridal runway show all over the pool. It was really neat. It was a fun event.
You can
Yeah.
combine all
I'll show
sorts
you
of stuff.
pictures.
Combine
definitely.
runway with artists and music. And we do a
absolutely.
concert, we bring a hot dog truck. Oh, did I
No
tell
hot
you?
dog truck.
Huh?
Artist runway, no hot dog truck.
You put it on your. I was contacted yesterday by Mr. Hot Dog. He wants to come on the
Dawn and
show.
I are on the same page.
You don't like hot dog?
I don't eat hot dogs.
I can't even. Mr. Hot Dog, you sure that's his name?
No. But it's a hot dog vendor.
I think we should get a hot dog vendor.
You guys like
in the
hot dogs?
parking lot.
Nobody likes a hot dog anymore? Is that like
Chicago style
They're
hot
kids.
dog.
They all eat hot
You
dogs.
guys eat hot dogs?
Yes.
Manuel, you like
Ramen
hot dogs?
noodles.
Manuel, you like hot dogs? I do. You do. Thank God, one guy said.
Manuel always says yes to you.
No, he doesn't.
He's never said
You
no
ladies
to you.
eat hot dogs or
I
no?
do.
I love hot dogs.
Chicago style hot dog.
Chicago.
No, not Chicago.
We'll do battle of the hot dogs. Chicago versus New York style. How's that? You put beans on yours though, right? Chicago has
No,
beans on it.
onions, peppers, cheese.
No beans?
Chili.
You
That's
sure
all
no beans?
Chili,
Chicago
chili's
style?
beans.
Yeah, chili is beans.
You
Yeah.
can do it all style. Yeah.
I'm gonna show you Puerto Rican style, rice and beans on your hot dog.
Yes, totally.
Really?
Beans on your hot
That's
Ever like
Puerto Rican.
stuff them? When I was a kid, I used to butterfly the hot dogs and stick them in the microwave.
My father-in-law used to do that. I used to do all that. I said, I
And the
need a bigger
ketchup is all I
bun.
can tell you.
Bigger bun.
Did you say ketchup on a hot
Yes.
dog?
Oh my God, yeah.
Mustard.
That's how I grew up.
No. My shirt says,
Relish.
I am ketchup, not mustard. Have you seen that
Ketchup on
shirt?
fries, mustard on hot dogs.
I put ketchup on you.
Look, it's Diana in the flesh, not on VMix.
I was wondering.
Here
How are
she
you?
is. Memories in a Mansion.
You just flew
oh,
in?
A whole other event for you guys too.
Oh, good. How do you know?
And the event we're going to talk about, where's it being held tomorrow night?
Woodbine.
Villa Woodbine. Ever been down there in Miami? Coral Gables?
Bill Hansen?
Yes, exactly. With
Yeah, Bill
Johansson.
Hansen, big time caterer in South Miami.
Yeah.
He was
He's
actually
catering the
supposed
event.
to come up
Yeah.
and visit us. Yeah.
He's great.
All right, more to come with that on our 1 o'clock hour. Give us the information how people can reach you, ladies.
So you can call our office, 561-853-TENT. It's also 561-853-8368. And then you could reach us via email at either Nicole@grimespartytents.com or Honey at grimespartytents.com.
And yes, Honey.
Anything you need. Tents, events, catering, you name it. Everything that goes outside the tent and inside the tent. They got you covered.
We got you covered.
That's funny.
Stay tuned. We're going to switch over to 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. We'll be back in 2 and 2.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
That's hilarious. She's
Thank
Honey.
you guys.
Honey, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Such
that
a
was fun, Dawn. That was
pleasure.
really nice. Thanks for
Radio Network. Listen for attorney Lisa Macy, Thursdays at 1 p.m. and Saturdays at 3 p.m. Health and Wealth Radio, WNN.
Have you shared a little sunshine lately? You can share it virtually by tagging your social posts with hashtag LoveFL. Or you can share it in reality by inviting friends and family down for a visit to catch some rays with you. It not only brings smiles to their faces, it helps our state's economy. So invite someone you know to Florida and help our state stay sunny. This message sponsored by Visit Florida, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Tune in to Aging Healthy with Dr. Maria, featuring Astamatrix at 10 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Astamatrix is a vegan marine-sourced omega-3, supports healthy joints and may reduce inflammation that causes pain, and supports optimal brain function.
The Money Talk Radio Network is WSBR Boca Raton, W280DU Boca Raton, and W245BC Lauderdale Lakes.
If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, tune in to the Dr. Bob Martin Show. From erectile dysfunction to eczema, heartburn to headaches, carpal tunnel to how to lower cholesterol drug-free. Sunday mornings at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Florida Army National Guard. Aired by the Florida Association of Broadcasters and this station.
If your investments with your stockbroker aren't making what you like, or if you've tried buying and selling stocks on your own and haven't done well, learn how to fix all that at Online Trading Academy. Online Trading Academy is an investment training center where pro traders show you how to invest online. Learn how pros make money in up, down, and sideways markets, and how they're protected from big losses. Instructors are certified, currently trade, and profitable. Over 500,000 students have experienced the education at Online Trading Academy. Take a free half-day workshop to see what it's like. Online Trading Academy. At this workshop, you'll see the big mistakes many investors make when buying or selling stocks. This will change how you think about investing. See what it's like. Call Online Trading Academy now. Call 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510. That's 954-668-2510.
Talk health. Talk wealth. Talk politics. Talk 1470 and 95.3 FM. WNN.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Nick. I'm at Hey Mr. DJ Courtesy Limo. I service all of South Florida. We offer really great services. We offer DJ and limo service. When you book the DJ service through us, you get the Courtesy Limo for the entire day. My office number is 561-507-4376. Mention Yelp or Google, you get 15% additional savings. You can look me up on Yelp or Google under Hey Mr. DJ.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddy S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S.
And welcome to part 2 of part 1 of today's show.
Part 2 of 2.
Part 2 of 2. Now, if I confuse them, they'll
I
listen.
always wonder, why do you say part 2 of 1?
I'm very excited
Why?
because it's part 2 of 1.
Part 2. You know, if you ever watch our shows and now they've cut them up, you always say something and I always say, why?
That's why they put this Y here.
That's why the Y.
Troy, that's why the Y
There's
is here.
so many Ys that are
I have them so confused, baby. I got it right where I want them. Now, I am very excited because I got some Latino. I didn't know you ladies were Spanish. No. You speak arroz
She's
con...
not Spanish.
She's not? You speak it very well.
I do.
Celia Cruz used to say, my English is not very good looking. You see, she knows all of it. Where are you from?
I'm from Miami, but I am a nice Jewish girl, but I learned Spanish when I studied in Spain. That's why I wanted to go to
This is
Shabbat.
Maya. She wants to come to Shabbat in my house.
Everybody's coming to Shabbat.
I know.
Shabbat.
You coming
It's a
too?
song. Right now, I'm going to sing my way in there. Now, I got to tell you, it's funny you say that because my co-host here speaks Spanish. So one day, me and Hector, some of the guys were talking Spanish, and she's listening. And she comes up with this sentence in Spanish. Cambia la batería, remember?
Yes.
So you're talking about the mics. And everybody went, ¿Y qué es eso? Where'd that come from?
I really don't
So
know.
here you have your sister here who speaks, you speak it very well.
I do. I used to teach, so when I would tell my kids, be careful because you never know who speaks Spanish. After they're like,
¿Y tú entiendes lo que yo te digo?
sí, perfectamente. Ten cuidado porque nunca sabes quién habla español.
Pero tú eres pura latina, ¿qué es eso? Holy smokes, this is... Manuel, where are you, Manuel?
He's right over there.
Manuel, ella es latina. She's Jewish Latin.
I'm looking for a nice Latin man, though. A
Are
Latin
you?
Jewish man.
Good luck with that.
All right.
It's not Jewish, but he's Latin. He's good.
He's just not a good, she's just not a good guy. Bada boom.
We've got Vismaya, we've got Diana, and I can't pronounce Diana's last name, so I'm going to leave that to you or Diana.
What is Diana's last name?
Aldereguía.
Uh-huh, how you doing? Aldere.
Guía.
Yeah, tú eres latina.
Sí.
I don't know what that is. That could have been Greek for all I know. She's like, ¿de dónde tú eres? Where you
Mis
from?
padres cubanos.
Cuban?
Yes.
Both are Cuban?
But I was born here, yes.
Really? Interesting set of circumstances.
We had Diana on VMix last week,
I
and then
remember.
Genji had her on VMix
You,
last week.
I feel like I know you. I'm looking at you. You were just in Utah, weren't you? Or
Ohio.
también. You know what I'm saying? Wow, you got Latino. I love this. We should have done a Spanish show.
We should have. Welcome to our wonderful Women's Wednesday because we also have Fem City in the house. Give us a call at 888-565-1470. Our last hour, again, was We're Women in Business. We had Grimes, events, and party tents.
It is
with
official.
us,
Women are taking over the world.
as we well should.
Yeah, you should. You should run it into the ground for a while.
And I
Because
don't
we're tired
talk
of doing that.
politics, but I did see that Marianne Williamson was part of the debate last night. And
She did
that's
very
all
well.
I have to say.
She did well. I heard that Biden took it away again. He's way
I don't know
ahead.
who took what away, but
It's gonna be
Marianne
Biden
Williamson,
versus Trump,
you wanna
boy.
talk about support from women? Yeah.
She'll get it. But I don't think she's going to be Biden. I'm sorry.
Well,
Ain't nobody
that
going
I
to beat
can't
that.
tell you, but interesting.
Now, there's a magazine around here. What did I do with it? Where's the
Bizarre
magazine?
with Serena Williams
With
on
Serena
it.
Williams.
It's looking
On the
very
chair.
buff.
You
Is
see
what
it?
she's
Oh, there
looking
it goes. It's over there. Let me get that magazine. With our friend
Serena.
Karen dropped this off.
Karen from Designer KWN.
And they're talking about all of this.
Yes.
You see how Serena is beautifully laced out and she's showing some derriere. Listen, if you got a nice butt, you might as well show
But
it.
you know what? She's incredibly muscular. You talked yesterday, we talked about girls and all of the things that girls are dealing with.
Yeah, but she's a terrific athlete. Let's not
She
forget
is
that.
muscular.
She's a woman and
She
she's
is
an
not
athlete.
teeny tiny, skinny mini, no eating type of anorexic eating disorder. She is athletic. She is all woman. She is built. She's spectacular.
She's good enough to be in the men's circuit and
She's
beat them
Serena
too.
Williams.
Yeah, she's good. And you know her sister's also good, but I think this one is better than the other one. But women are taking over the world.
I can't remember the last time I read a magazine. I have to tell you, a print magazine.
I can tell because you're not very good at turning the pages.
You know why? Because I usually read magazines backwards.
Yeah, everybody does.
Do they?
Yes.
So the really good stuff should be in the back.
So let me get this right. In your bathroom, you don't have like a magazine rack?
No.
Really? No, you don't have that either? Nobody? Women are so
Women
women.
don't do that.
Men do it. We have like a whole library. And then you get
Everyone has their phone, is what they do.
yeah, but you can read a magazine too. I mean, you know, a little Playboy or whatever. Just Oh, that you know, right? I was waiting for the peanut gallery behind me to say, and that means he does.
We've got Fem City in the house. We're talking about Fem City and Rodan and Fields. Someone keeps sending me a message, another Rodan and Fields consultant, and I finally said, after I've ignored her for 2 weeks, I use this product line and I love it. She said, well, do you have a consultant? I said, yes, and I have a consultant. Well, was she going to give you the free minis? I said, I will check in with my consultant, but I'm good. Thank you very much.
You mean the creams and stuff? I'm going to tell you something. That is a big hit in my house. I have to keep it under lock and key because everybody wants to use it. Now everybody's doing the old foot massage stuff with it. It's really good for cramping, by the way.
And new preferred customers can actually get that for free right now.
Full size?
Well, full size, yes.
Wow.
When you come, you have to put the display out.
I'll have to do that.
I'm gonna
So
tell you.
I can't put the full display out, but I'll have to bring a little featured product each time.
Well, I tell you, because yesterday we had a company that came in here selling a product. They sold out. You saw it. Oh, I'm buying. Karen bought 3 jars of this stuff, and she sold out. And they're like, how do we take the payment? It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Well, you can use it on your phone. Do you have that on your phone? And they sold it all out.
Always be ready for business.
It's really
Always.
cool. That's
Always
the
be
best
ready.
stuff in the world, I tell you.
But it's a great product. I use one of their other product lines, which has just been spectacular for my skin. I always say what's it like to be in your 50s with pimples and wrinkles, but thank you to Rodan and Fields for at least helping one of the two. And everyone else helps the other one.
You're not 50
I got
anymore?
the other one. I'm well over 50
If you use
now.
it, you go to 49 and 48. It reduces
well
the
over
age.
50. Who
Turning
gets
back the
pimples and
clock.
wrinkles over 50?
It happens.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, a lot of people.
They must, which is why the
we have
line
the
is
product
so
line.
great.
Mhm.
So I'm very honest and transparent, and
You should be
they've
grateful.
got a great line.
Should be
I am
grateful.
very grateful that I met Patty and Rodan and Fields.
Your skin looks fantastic.
That's
Even
what I
though-
was about to
And we've
say.
got
You
bright
don't
lights
look-
on you. You look fabulous.
Thank you. The Unblemished line is really amazing. I have to tell you.
That's good stuff.
Not ashamed to say it.
Now, the hour before we had the 10 people here, Honey was on the set. I'll never forget that. You know, I would put shirts, you know how we came up with Handcuff Jamie and all that. I would do so many things with that word Honey because that's her real name.
It's funny because I was talking to her last week and I said, all right, honey, I'll see you next week. And everyone looks at me, who are you calling honey? And when it comes out, you know what everyone's going to be thinking. But hey, right, what a great conversation piece.
I said to her at the next remote, I want them to come because I'm going to do, remember that, let's get ready to rumble. I'm going to do, get ready for Honey.
But what a great story. Grimes Events and Party Tents 12 years ago started
stuff.
with one tent in their house,
Good
right?
stuff.
And they worked
Good
from their
stuff.
kitchen table. Now they're in a 12,000 square foot warehouse
Yep.
with tents and generators, and air conditionings, and you name it, they've got it. Really unbelievable, right in Delray Beach.
Yep, and we told them to hook up with Fem City
can't wait to
because
talk
that
to
could
her.
be a nice lead-in for them, and they're looking to expand. I mean, they're huge already, but she's not afraid to expand, which is really, I think that the only thing in the women's movement is that there has to be more push to expand with no fear, because expanding is always scary. You know, you don't know if you overextend. I like to overextend, and so I'll find a solution to the problem, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but just keep going.
And then one of the preferred vendors we found out for the Super Bowl. So if you're looking for a tent for the Super Bowl, they are one of the preferred vendors.
Yes, I'm hoping to rub shoulders. Maybe I get a ticket to the Super Bowl.
Pretty cool,
Isn't the
right?
Super Bowl here this year in Florida?
I think so.
I think so, right? Isn't it in Florida for Super Bowl? I'm gonna tell you something. The 10 people, I will put up a tent if I can get into one of them parties. I'm no dummy.
You wearing a dress?
I'll wear 2 if you want. I change clothing.
Well, Diana has a big party coming up tomorrow night already.
Yes, today's Wednesday, correct.
Get closer to you,
I
my
can't say
Diana.
big party, 75-person party, but it's a big event.
That's big. That's a big
Memories in a
event.
Mansion.
It's a big mission. So yes, and it's an awesome event.
Let's talk about the mission. What are we cooking at the mission? What's the mission about?
We are. Well, do I give a little preface on what's
Yeah, tell us about the foundation and everything.
the young women,
In Georgia? Okay.
the young women youngsters aging out of foster care when they turn 18, they get no more support. They lose all support. They lose all insurance. They lose everything. Well, 1 in 4 become homeless, and we have an average of 30,000 who age out yearly. So my goal is working with these young women who age out, because out of the young women, 7 out of 10 become pregnant before 21. At 21, I couldn't take care of myself, much less a child. So we're housing them, we're feeding them, we're clothing them, we're giving them all the personal development, all the education, business skills. We're working on their mindset. And when they graduate, because they're going to be in-house, it's going to be like intense. They're going to graduate and be contributing members of society. And those that want to continue on, we're looking also for sponsors who want to help them with going to higher level education and stuff like that.
Okay, so let me stop you right there. When you say age out, at what age do they age out?
18.
At 18. So we're talking about what happens to them after the age of 18?
Correct.
They may still be in school at 18.
Well, this is what I want to get to. I want to know where the situation before they age out is what?
The lucky ones get adopted. They find their forever home is what they call it. There are some less lucky ones who are moved around from 3 to 4 times a year in the foster care system without much notice. And they get a big black hefty bag if they're lucky, if it's hefty. And that's how they transport all their goods, all their stuff, all their clothes. I mean, all their belongings is in one bag.
And they go from house to house.
And school to school.
And what you told me, the statistics of moving, how many times do they move?
Between 3 to 4 times in 1 year.
In 1 year.
They're going to different families, so they're not staying with a family, moving with them. They're going to a different family.
Different family, different schools,
Okay.
different trying to make friends, different everything.
So the problem here begins there.
On our last call, I said I wanted to eliminate the need for foster care.
Okay.
I want, if we train, it's not an if, when we train these young women to be treated with respect, to love themselves and accept themselves, fat, skinny, black, white, it doesn't matter. Accept themselves for who they are with their skills and appreciate their skills, have families, and they raise their children that way, there won't be a need for foster care because it will change first families, then neighborhoods, then communities, and then eventually the world.
Okay, but then let's move back on the situation, on the problem, because I like to work from the problem back forward. I understand about the 18-year-old. That's one dilemma. Kids that are being adopted in these families and situations, why are they leaving one family for another family for another family?
Those aren't adopted.
No, they're not adopted.
Not adopted. There's foster care.
That's foster care.
Foster, they're not adopted.
They're not
so
adopted.
it's like renting a child.
Exactly.
Well, they're foster care. It's temporary placement.
And they get paid
for doing it.
For doing it.
So you could be somebody who should not be in that position getting money.
We're assuming you're being vetted through.
Well, I'm gonna talk honest here, because if you were vetted, then we wouldn't be a problem. And we're having a problem because the vet don't work.
A lot of them are, go through abuse, emotional, physical. So yes.
And they make house visits and all that, because I've seen some of the shows. They make house visits, everything looks nice, and then when they leave, well, hell breaks loose. All right, so obviously the system is broken from inception. Correct. We shouldn't have to force the deal, because you shouldn't rent children. Shouldn't do that. Just doesn't make any sense to do that.
But you need a system. You need a place for these kids to live. Where are you going to put them? You're not going to put them in shelters.
Take it easy there, Lucy.
My aunt and uncle were foster parents, not in the state of Florida, and they did get money from the system, but they did take care of those kids. So there is a problem in the system, and yes, definitely those people need to be vetted more carefully. However, when you have such an abundance of children that need places, sometimes if somebody says, "Hey, I'll do it," that's better than having them nowhere.
Okay, so what would be the solution to the first problem?
Let's start with why they're in the foster care system.
Let's start there.
I can understand a child who was in an accident. Their parents passed away. They lost their parents. Okay, someone step up to the plate to take care of them. Okay, but that's not the majority. The majority that are in there is because their parents can't or won't take care of them.
And those two different words,
well,
can't and won't.
We talked about this yesterday when you said
I remember
that a lot of self-esteem comes from the lack of parenting. And I said to you, you can't assume that everyone has these great parents.
No,
and here you have it, right? It's not because you necessarily have lost a parent or both parents to death or an accident or tragedy. People have children that don't want kids, didn't mean to get pregnant. It was an oops. This is a life, though, right? So these kids are entitled to a good life. Get off the streets.
All right, but let me ask a real stupid question. So I'm a parent that I can't handle this kid, and I put him up to the foster deal, right? And they go to a family. I should be, am I responsible for making sure this child until the age of 18 gets to go where it needs to go?
As a parent?
Hold on a second.
As the parent or the system?
Stay with me.
Once you give up a child,
Okay, that's problem number one. Because if you give up a child, you should be held responsible for this child financially. And hold on, stay with me. See, the problem is we make it too convenient for you to give up the child, right? If I ask to cut off your pinky every time you do this, how many people you think are going to do it?
you're right.
Right?
You're right.
So you got to make it a burden on the person doing it, not on the child. Switch it to the person.
As Vismaya said, you're in an abusive home and your father is beating you.
You want to get out.
You got to get out.
That's okay. Then you get out.
You got to get out. But for this kid not to get out because the dad won't pay, the kid's got to get out.
No. I didn't say that. I never said that. I said the dad's got to pay whether the child is gone to another place. This dad's going to pay. The dad work. Dad's going to be taking some money out of his check. Dad got said, listen, when you're getting divorced, alimony, I'm going to tell you, she is mean, baby. She come and get you. She don't wait for you. Now they have the tolls where they get your plate. You can lose your car, baby. They're going to take your car. You don't pay what you're supposed to pay. So all I'm saying is let's take the convenience out of it.
But
I don't want a
think
kid.
You're missing something, though. I think
Okay.
that for some people, not being able to care for their child and saying, listen, I want to put my child up for adoption is a very responsible thing to do.
Agreed.
I taught for 20 years in the public school system.
Agreed.
So that is very responsible. So to have that person who knows that right now I cannot take care of a child, I can't handle the finances, I am not mature enough, I don't have the capability, and because I want to do the right thing, to hold them accountable for the next 18 years puts them in a really big bind.
Okay.
So I understand what you're saying, that we're talking about people who are derelicts, who should, and partly I agree with you.
Let's use your example.
Hold that, though. We're going to go to commercial.
Oh,
I know.
I'm going to forget.
Then we have a question coming in as well. So hold that question that you
Okay.
already forgot.
I hold
Give us a call at 888-565-1470, and we'll be right back.
I agree.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Farrow Law Firm, standing up to corporate bullies, using innovative, aggressive, and effective strategies to resolve disputes effectively and timely. Contact us at 954-252-9818, online at farrowlawfirm.com, and on Facebook at Farrow Law Firm. We look forward to being of service to you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddy S at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470. 1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video, let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddy S.
And we're back.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. What a great conversation. Join our conversation. Give us a call. Write in on Facebook, 888-565-1470. The question here that people are writing in is, why are the girls getting moved?
Why are they leaving
care?
from family to family?
Yeah, why can't they stay in one foster care home?
Because the parent, the mentoring parent, the foster parent doesn't want to keep them or chooses not to keep them.
But why?
There are a million reasons. The
it could be
kid's
they're
difficult. The
disruptive.
kid. I mean, when you're in foster care and you've been moved around, you do have you do develop a tough skin, and it can be interpreted as having an attitude, or he's difficult, or she's difficult, or she doesn't cooperate. But when you're not treated properly, when you're not cared for,
you know nothing more.
I was telling her, I was walking at the beach yesterday, and I found some leaves, and they were all dried on the floor. And I found a beautiful green leaf. How does that relate to us as humans? Why was this all brown and brittle? And because it had no connection to source, no love, no attention, no sunlight, no care. And that's what these kids are going through. They find themselves alone. They don't have no real friends as they keep moving, from place to place.
Mm-hmm.
They don't feel like anyone is got their back.
Well, if you look at society right now, the community, there are kids in regular homes that feel that way. There are kids doing drugs and doing this and doing all sorts of stuff because they don't feel it at all. I can imagine somebody move 4 and 4, and then as you get older, you're carrying all this weight with you. Yep. And you go to a great family, you're probably going to screw that up anyway because you don't know no better.
You don't know anything.
But getting back to my point, I ain't talking about $1 million. I'm talking about $1. Give me $1 a month. And if you can't come up with $1 a month, then I question what's going on here. But I want you to be financially, emotionally, even if you can't handle that child today,
it's the reminder, and I get what you're saying.
And you know what? And it's not based on gender, race, because I've known kids from every religion. And for whatever reason, Jewish families as well, that's, and they have not lost both parents. And family says, I don't want you. To me, when a family who is capable and financially secure and able and has their own family says to a loved one, I don't want you. I mean, you talk, and these kids end up in foster care. So imagine these kids that have a potential support system and the others that don't.
That's what I'm talking about. But it's really funny. If I give you a pair of beautiful shoes, you're going to wear them. You're going to have no problem wearing these shoes. They fit, they're the best. But if I take that shoe and I put a rock in it, you ain't going to be too comfortable, right? I don't want the system to be comfortable. You can give up the kid. Hey, it's a free country. We're a democracy. Whatever you want to do politically, I don't care. But I don't want it to be comfortable. It shouldn't be comfortable because that kid is going to be uncomfortable. I know that you're doing it out of the greatness of your heart. But you know something? The only thing that's the greatness of your heart, you got to find a way. And if you can't find a way and you got to hand it off, I got no problem with that. Your parents did a great job. I applaud them. The best. But the parent that gave it to them has to have a link. It's too convenient.
What about, we got an election coming up, right? The debates were last night. Maybe instead of worrying about so many things that maybe aren't broken, right, and creating new things like a new healthcare reform or whatever, let's deal with the issues we have. Let's go back to our kids. Let's go back to our youth. Leave Medicare where Medicare is, right? But let's talk to our kids. Because if we can't get our kids on the right page and they can't have viable lives going forward, then we as a world and a society, we're done.
Yep. He who does not read history is bound to repeat it.
But it has to start with the kids.
Most republics have demoralized and destroyed themselves because they forget the essence and the building blocks of our country, which is our kids.
This is not party specific. This is just part of being
not
a
party
human
specific.
being, right? This is nonpartisan. This is just what's going on in our communities.
I am a proponent of putting character development back in schools because I created a program based on the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, and I taught that. And most of my students who come back to me, some of them will say, oh, I remember when you taught me math, or I remember when you taught me how to write, but I always remember, I still have that book you made us write when we were in 9th grade. And it was all about character development, who I am. And that kind of, you asked, how does the problem get solved? Well, that's part of how the problem gets solved, by giving those kids those tools so that they're able to deal with themselves. They're able to be proactive. They know how to interact with people that are different than them, that are the same as them. They're able to problem solve. They're able to critically think. So that's how we start to solve some of that problem, so that we don't have that cycle.
And
Why don't we have that in our school?
Well, hold on. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, this is Vismaya.
So my name is Vismaya Rubin. I am the founder of Living in Gratitude Today, and I am your favorite gratitude gangster. What? So when I say gratitude gangster, you're supposed to say what? I didn't prep you, though.
You didn't prep us. I do it now. What? All right, let me ask you a question. Tell me more about what you do.
So I have a gratitude practice, or gratitude movement. It's an online gratitude movement. And what I do is I show people, how do I tap into what works in my life versus all the other stuff. Because I don't wake up like a Pollyanna and go, oh my God, I'm so happy to be alive. For me, it takes work. And it takes a lot of work some days. So how do we tap into those, how do we create these moments of gratitude on a regular basis so that we feel more alive, we feel more excited? Because nobody wakes up and says, I want to be grateful today. But you want what gratitude brings. You want to feel happy, and you want to feel the joy, and you want to have great connections, right? And that's part of also what she's building is the one thing that human beings want and need are relationships. And when you practice gratitude, you improve your relationships, you enhance your relationships.
Now let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Because you're well versed. You can run for politics. I would vote for her. You're well versed, and you have the knowledge. Some of the problem is that our younger kids have forgotten, or they didn't develop, or they don't learn how to communicate anymore. They don't know how to make it sound like let's have a dialogue. Let's learn from one another. That's being lost. In your world, that's not even existent. No. Forget about that. It's
all kept inside.
I mean, that you're going to be training them after 18 is great if you can keep them sitting there long enough, because at 18, the walls are coming in on me by now, if they haven't fallen.
At 18, what they're looking for is some sort of stability, because at that point, they've been cut off.
Yes.
So we're providing them
an opportunity.
Everything they need in order to be able to focus. We're giving them the stability they want in order for them to focus on what they need.
Okay.
And how do you ladies work together?
Yes, that's the other interesting piece.
We met. She didn't like me at the beginning, but it's okay. We met at in a mutual community, the Women's Prosperity Network, WPN.
Uh-huh.
And I tried to get a shirt from her. She didn't want to give it to me, but anyway.
Because she thought I was selling her a larger size because she didn't read the tag properly.
So something really, one of those important things.
Right.
So that's how we met. We become friends, and now she's part of our board, and among others that are the founder of one of the founders of Women's Prosperity Network is also on our board. She's my coach and mentor, and
the foundation's name is
Memories in a Mansion Leadership Academy.
And that is what your board is part of. That is who you ladies are part of in helping grow with these women, these young girls. And there's an event tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, 7 to 10 at Villa Woodbine.
And that's in Coral Gables.
Is that open to the public or sold out by now?
We still have tickets available.
Yeah,
what are you giving me?
The book is in the house.
Here, the book. She broke her ears. Her ears are broken.
See what we can do for that.
No, you can't help. That thing is gone.
It's in Coral Gables.
It's on South Bay Shore Drive, 2167 South Bay Shore Drive.
Oh, so you can still get tickets to go?
You can still get tickets
How do people get tickets?
You can go to Memories in a Mansion. It's the events, because there's the Facebook.
On Facebook, you go on the events tab. Correct. On Facebook, Memories in a Mansion, TM
for trademark, and you can get tickets there. It'll just.
Is there a phone number that they can call?
Absolutely.
Let's do that, because the people don't go to Facebook.
Okay. 786-291-7448.
And going there means that you want to make a difference, right? Because we do have a problem.
Yes.
And I wish you had come earlier, but I think you were in Ohio, right, when we spoke to the last time. Because there were some people here yesterday that you guys would have fit in like a glove in yesterday's conversation. it is the latest and greatest of what's going on. Is more attention is being put on our youth. You know, you had the things in California. There was another one in disgruntled.
But this is an ongoing issue.
Yes, but the problem is we're not talking about it enough. We're not highlighting and demanding enough. We're not screaming enough.
Well, I intend to change that.
And I applaud that.
I'm going to speak on every show, on every stage, on every venue, wherever I can, and I have an amazing group of supporters, most of which are on our board, who are willing to do the same.
How long are you in town for?
I'm here until Friday, but I'm coming back because I got to get back to Ohio, start collecting all my things and coming. I'm a Miamian. I love Ohio, but it's too cold.
I went up there one time. I saw a deer run across my car.
You have to be careful because
Yes.
you'll kill the deer and destroy your car.
Destroy your car?
Tell me about the event for tomorrow night. Is it dinner? Is it
We're
speakers?
having, like the previous guest said, Bill Hansen's catering it. We're having hors d'oeuvres. And as I was going through the list, I was salivating. He has amazing food. Wow, it's just, yeah.
Is it a networking party, though?
It's to network. It's to raise funds also. And we're selling the book. Many of the authors are going to be there to sign so that you can have the original book signed by some of the authors. But mostly it's to bring awareness. That's what we're there for. It's to bring awareness to what's going on, and as many people as are there to keep promoting it and just let it out. We're announcing that we're coming out to the world and that we're there to support whoever we can.
And this is Coral Gables down in Miami?
And you're looking at a venue for the first group of girls to live in.
Correct.
Potentially a mansion. I know you've got some great ideas.
Yes, there's 2 that we've looked at and we've discussed to rent, but there's one that I'm convinced I will have donated for at least the first round.
And you're looking to put 6 young girls you had
Correct.
mentioned, and they'll be able to live there. There'll be food, shelter, motivation, speaking.
We're going to grow
caretaking.
their food, we're going to teach them how to grow their food, have veggies, have tomatoes, have just give them a whole new, how to nourish their body inside and out.
Then I'm going to extend myself here, with all due respect. We have a studio in North Miami, which we are wanting to go and do a show down there. And I spoke to Don Pablo and everybody else, and he says, come on down, let's do this. This is a beautiful place. I mean, this is like 6,000 square feet. It's huge, huge place. I want to do a throwing out party when you come back. I want to do a party down there. I want to invite you guys on, bring the board, bring the girls, bring everybody. Let's bring the noise. We'll get some Latino bands out there. Let's do some. Let's do something. Look at the Jewish lady here. Go dance merengue. We'll even do a dance off or something to raise monies. And I mean, he has so much room down here. We can do a cook off. We'll move cameras around.
He's got a kitchen. He's got everything.
Everything.
That place has a kitchen.
That place has a kitchen you can cook at. But I'm going to extend that to you. I think that because unfortunately I would have loved to go. We have shoots tomorrow. But I would love to take the shoot, bring the noise to the house, and let's get it big. And let's talk to people. We'll invite Wally and everybody else. And let's see if making a little noise would have happened. But I'm going to tell you, I am not comfortable with the present situation. I don't like it. I do speak out of turn. Yes, I do. And I am fairly insulting to everybody sometimes.
Yeah. So I tell Jody at NN.
I do, because, a lot of people
He
talk.
discriminates on every level.
Well, a lot of people talk about let's do, and then they don't do. So either you got, you go, or you get got, right? You get or you get got. You get something like that. I can't remember anymore. And I extend that. I think we should put that together and see what happens. It'll be the first show we do down there.
Thank you.
When are you coming back?
My goal is to come back at the end of August, beginning of September.
And when are you looking to get this first group of girls?
I want to start it as soon as possible. We're looking to start in the end of September, beginning of October.
And they're going to live with you for how long?
It's a 4-month process.
And they'll fund everything. The housing will be free, the food, everything will be. And then I said, how are you going to limit it to 6?
Yeah,
I mean,
about
you
600.
talk about the numbers are staggering.
You missed it.
I missed it. Can you tell me what?
Foster care for girls that are aging out at age 18.
Give her a microphone.
And I want your card.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is everywhere we go. It's going to be.
If you text leadership to the number 64600. You'll get all the information on the card and the event and how to help, and you can also leave a legacy by purchasing a brick that will be for the founder's wall.
I love when
of
they
our
do
first
that.
property.
I have a
saw the
few of
bricks
those
that
in
you
the
had up
country.
there. The bricks? Just don't throw them.
No, they put it
You're
in. They
gonna
put it
throw
on the
them at me?
floor, like Orlando has in different places. You ever done that?
Yes.
You
Disney
did
World.
at Disney World. Yeah, I figured you did.
I like the wall though, because you can see it. It's right there.
Yeah, you don't get stepped on. Or they don't throw gum on yours. Yes.
Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, more with Fem City. We've got Dawn DeMarco and Memories in a Mansion. Stay tuned. 888-565-1470, and we'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-E, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
What's with all the excitement? Join us at Game of Axes, Boynton Beach. The game is simple and learning to throw is fun and easy. For more information, search our website, gameofaxes.com, or call us at 561-617-0120. With the help of our talented axe masters, you will be hitting bullseyes in no time. Game of Axes is located at 12550 South Military Trail. Let's get throwing!
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddy S at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddy S.
And we're back.
Yeah, we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
I only got one thing to say.
What? Who asked it? That was the last segment they asked when Freddy snorted, and she said, "You snort?"
And I was
That
holding the
funny.
sign up.
See?
And she
It's
says
contagious.
she says, you have a club? I go, yeah.
Absolutely. That was Honey Ackerman with Grimes Events and Party Tents. I said, "You snort?" And he says, "Yeah." We said, "Wait till she comes in." Last week, I got to go to the Fem City event. Winehouse Social.
I know.
Want to bring,
We got one picture.
I want to bring them on the show, or we can even do an event over there. What
Okay.
a great place. And what
Wasn't
a
it
nice turnout for
fabulous?
Fem City.
Yes, that was one of our largest socials, evening socials, because the venue could handle that. We could have had more people if we could have handled the numbers, but that was really it.
Well, and there's alcohol involved, so.
No, but she's
There
had events
usually
before.
is at
Fem
every
City
event.
usually
There's-
has,
we
yeah,
usually
alcohol
have a
event.
complimentary glass of wine.
How many did you have?
Even at our lunches.
75 people?
We had 24.
Oh, you could do
25.
125.
Not for this type of event.
Well, there was a
we
bridal
want you
shower
to,
there too, I think.
Yeah. We
Bridal
want you to
shower.
be able to connect with everybody, and that's too many people. This is not a, here's my business card, shake your hand, what's your name? We're more about having the conversations, building the relationships, and we want to make sure that you have time to spend with each other. And if you get that many people in a room, you can't.
That's the difference between men and women. Guys want to jam 400 people in there. I don't even know the guy's name.
It's quality versus quantity.
Yeah, we like quantity. We don't like quality.
You say size matters. It's quality versus quantity.
Am I saying size matter or you say size
Guys
matter?
do.
Guys say
I
yes.
go quality counts. But it was really a great event, and I looked around. I think there were only 3 women I didn't know, and 2 happened to be here the day I wasn't here. And there was another woman, Marcia. She's funny because I won't forget her name. She was Marcia. Now, you know what? I will remember Marcia's name.
She has a tattoo on her?
She doesn't,
She
but
put her
was-
label.
Her label was here.
Her name tag. She wrote it. Yes.
And she has a pizzeria out in West Okeechobee, I think by like Lion Country Safari, way out there. Asked if we could help promote the event. Look at your face.
Lion Country Safari.
So I've got to reach
The hell
out
is
to
that?
Marsha, and see.
What's
way
a Lion
out west.
Country
You've
Safari?
Never heard of it?
It's so
Oh,
fun.
it's
I was
fun
just
place.
there.
Yes.
You've never been to Lion Country Safari?
Institution.
I'm sorry.
You drive in your car,
Yeah.
and the animals come over, and they're like,
No, thank you.
The
Next.
animals are
No,
like-
thank
sure,
you.
with the windows
They let
up.
us in.
You
And they
drive
come-
through their sanctuary.
Yeah.
Lions?
Well,
Lions,
the lions
tigers,
now
and
you're-
bears.
Why the hell would I want to go and bother a
Lions
lion?
are behind a cage.
Now they separated it, so you're driving through the lions, and there's fences here, so they're playing this way, and you're not getting.
That's
near
like a
them.
zoo then.
It's a
But
zoo,
it's-
but they're not in cages. You are.
Well, you're in your car.
You're in your
Right,
car,
right.
So that's your
They
cage.
let us.
It's got to be a
They let
flora.
us in
Fun.
last year, and the person who let us in didn't notice we had bags on top of the
Oh,
car.
no.
Oh no.
And midway into the whole, we saw the security guard coming chasing us, and we're like, "What happened? You can't be in there with that." I'm like, "I don't know. Let us in like this. The giraffes can eat your bags." I'm like, "Okay."
So let me ask you a real stupid question. The Puerto Rican from the Bronx wants to know the cage, right? The separate. Why is there a cage?
There
now?
are no cages.
No, but why is there a fence?
Just
Something
for the
must have
lions.
Just
happened.
for the lions.
Must something happen?
I don't know that, but maybe because the lions would lounge in the middle of the road, and then you can't
Couldn't get by.
get
Oh, you
by,
can't?
and you're there for.
So what kind of animals are there besides lions?
Buffaloes, giraffes, monkeys. The buffaloes are
Monkeys.
intimidating.
Buffaloes intimate, and you want me to take
Rhinoceros,
my
they come
car?
up and they attack
And
the
if they
car.
attack my
It's
car and I come out with a dent, what happens?
And it like put its
You know
horns
what?
under
No
the
way.
car.
I'm
It
sorry,
lifted the car
done.
up.
I go to the zoo if I want to see an animal. I'm done with that.
But we're going to connect with Marcia. But there's so many
Yes.
great women. The Addison was there, and Flotate, and great femmes. that have been on
Flotate.
here.
You ever done flotate? You go
Yes,
in
I
that Dutch.
have.
You have?
Yes.
You look like you would do a flotator.
I don't know what that means,
Fabulous.
but okay. Hey.
A dark. They seal you in a thing of
Yes,
water.
I've
Do
done
you know what
it.
Destiny told me? They have overnight floats now.
Yes.
wow.
People will float at Flotate, and it's in Deerfield.
8 hours,
8
I think.
hours
Overnight.
overnight.
That's dangerous.
I'd be pruning.
What does that do?
I guess
It will. It
meditation.
takes away the pain in your jaw. Bada bing, bada bing. I like that one, huh? She didn't know how to
On
answer
that
that.
note, I'm out of here.
She keeps saying, just hit him for me. Just hit him for me. Bye, Dawn. Thank you, honey. And there you have it. But it was really a nice event. When's the next one?
So we have 2 events coming up in August. August 9th, we have our member-only coffee connection with tea, because we're going to be at Trend Tea at the Wyndham Boca. And we have 4 spots available still, but it is, again, you have to be a paid annual or monthly.
4 spots available.
4 spots. It's a small, intimate group. We'll have 10 women. That's it.
Oh, that's small.
And then we have our August luncheon on August 23rd. That's a Friday. We're going to be at iPic in Meisner Park in Boca. Very excited about that. Have a great speaker who's going to be sharing about building your confidence, finding your voice, and it's going to be, a unique environment for our lunch.
I met the owner of Organic Movements.
Yes,
She
fabulous.
is just beautiful and has a presence. There is a ballet conservatory in Boca Raton. I had no, and it's not Boca Ballet. It's called Organic Movements. Unbelievable the venue she has, and what a wonderful lady. She works with kids, adults, elderly.
Yes.
She says from like 8 to 80 for ballet conservatory.
And they do
amazing.
They do ballet. They also do, all forms of dance, modern dance, and fitness, movement as well.
That's why I did Pound and Pour.
We did Pound and Pour.
Fem City always has a pour associated with all of their evening events. All I can tell you. So, Fems, if you're interested, they can find you how.
Find us. We're actually I'm gonna share a special link on here on the show for the Facebook group with femcity.com, so that if you're interested in membership, you can have a discount going through Dawn's link. But femcity.com, look for Boca del Rey, and you can also find us on Facebook at Boca del Rey Fem City.
A lot of great femmes. And the Rodan and Fields line, I'm just telling you, ladies, there's three different...
Four
kits?
Yes.
Amazing. The Unblemished, the...
We forgot to wish JoJo a birthday last week.
Happy belated birthday, JoJo.
I'm living the tail end of that.
Happy with you?
No.
Happy belated birthday, JoJo. Maybe we weren't here last week.
Yeah, we were here.
Okay. Well, this Friday we're going to be at Pizza District. Our venue has changed. Our Eventbrite, we're going to change the address, and very special thank you to Nico. Pizza District is on Southwest 18th Street and Powerline Road in Boca in the Wharfside Plaza. Our other venue got a little
Something
wonky.
happened.
Where
Where
are
we going to be next week?
Next week, well, this Friday we're going to be at Pizza District, so coming out the most amazing cauliflower crust you have ever had.
Yes. Wow. Nice place. Nice
Regular
place.
crust. They've got full carbs if you want them. If you don't want the carbs, you can go the cauliflower
Nice
crust.
segue.
Well, I went with someone on Friday, and they said, do I have to have cauliflower? I said, nope, you can have all the carbs you want. You can have garlic rolls, you can have pizza, you can have pasta, you can have subs, or you can have a salad, and you can have cauliflower crust. So they have something for everybody.
You're funny. What's on Tuesday?
Next Tuesday, we're going to be at the Flamingo House, which is a co-working space in East Boca, in the warehouse district, as Amber calls it. And then next Thursday, we're going to be at J&D Cakes, finishing up their camp. They've got a summer camp for baked goods for kids, and mostly girls, of course. We're going to be there on Thursday. So we got a lot of remotes coming up.
J&D Cakes. I just posted something that he forgot to post from our anniversary, which was a television set. He built a television set out of a cake, which is fabulous. Did very well. We're going to be there. We're going to invite people there.
On Thursday and have some cake.
We're going to do some introductions about the Children's TV Network or no?
Well, we're going to be meeting with her, I think, later today.
Okay.
Mini Mitzvahs. And this is a non-for-profit organization, and they work with elementary school kids about character, right? And Mini Mitzvahs, even though it's got the Jewish undertone, you do not have to be Jewish to participate. It is open to all children, and they have an event once a month. And putting together a segment, probably starting at Donna Klein, because that is where her girls are enrolled, and really putting a program together. They go out in the community, they go to SOS Children's Village, they go to from Tri-County area, and it's about teaching the kids to give back to the community.
CTN, baby.
No religion, no race, just give back, and you have to learn, as you said, at an early age, right? Character counts.
Yes.
We have to teach our kids character, and if it doesn't come from the home, although you seem to think it all comes from the home, if it doesn't come from the home, they have to get it somewhere, and where do they get it? Schools. Right? This is what our teachers are having to do, day in and day out.
So people always, I taught teenagers, I didn't work with the little ones, and it's always amazing to see, because I believe that when you give kids an opportunity to shine and to contribute and to give back, they rise to the occasion. Mm-hmm. I used to do this Feed Six project for Thanksgiving, and my kids did not come from affluent areas. Some of them were receiving the packages, and I remember one girl said to me, "Miss, I'm going to bring in my sugar tomorrow." I said, "Okay," because we did full Thanksgiving meals. And I found out after that she was receiving a box. She goes, "Don't worry, baby, I got it." She goes, "Miss Rubin, I gave you my word, and people are counting on me. And these kids, when you give them a chance, they rise. So I love that. What's the name? Mitzvah?
Mini mitzvahs.
Mini mitzvah. I love that.
Amy Trujillo and her girls, she says, when we were young, one's 6 and one's 8, but when they were young, they started giving back. And they are working with this program and bringing it to fruition. And really, it's just to grow and grow sometimes 40, 50 kids and putting a segment together with these kids, because that's where it starts.
Absolutely.
We have to teach the kids, and our school teachers, they have a huge gift or burden. You can look at it both ways, but your kids are with their teachers and in school more than they're home.
Of course, your teacher is your best friend.
And as far as food, also, we had Living Hungry here. I mean, these kids that are free and reduced lunch, and they're not in school over the summer, think about where they're getting their food from, if they're getting their
If
food.
they're getting it. I know there's a whole bunch of stuff, and I guess you got to start somewhere. But I wanted to create the Children's Television Network to let them run it. This is all going to be the kids' ideas and everything that goes, and it's going to be done in pieces because they can't sit long enough to do that. And
that would be amazing.
And that's up here?
Wow.
Yeah, it's up here, and this is a dream that
It's up here right now. Is what's in our minds,
Bring
and
it to Broward.
we can bring it to Broward, and
We want to
Jody
bring it
and
across the
WNN,
country.
They've offered us some time to fill it as well on the weekend. So.
Yeah. And it's interesting because when you got to start young. I used to coach teenagers, and my father once taught me, he said to me, if you teach a kid to swim, it doesn't matter how high you raise the water, they'll learn to swim, whether it's in 1 inch or 12 inches, but they got to learn, and that was the key word here. So I love to put the challenge out there. I do this to these guys every day. And when they got it done, now we got to move on to the next thing, and you got to keep going, and you got to make some noise, and you can't just sit because you got these 6 girls. Well, you know what? We got to get 60 girls.
And I
Oh,
say,
absolutely.
It's got to
And
keep pushing it.
what we do want is to have said, listen, these 6 succeeded. Support me. It works. It's going to work nationwide. I have people in the Netherlands who want to take the program, someone in London who wants to take the program over there, California, Georgia, and Asia.
And we can see them all, just like we saw you. It works. We can see everybody across the world.
for information for tomorrow's event, you can go to Facebook under the event tabs on Memories in a Mansion TM. You can get that information. Vismaya, how can they find your group?
They can find me at livingingratitudetoday.com, and I'm also on Facebook at Living in Gratitude Today.
And Patty?
At Fem City, Boca Del Rey.
And for your next event, check out Grimes Tents and Events, party events. More to come with that. They're local in the Delray Beach area. Have a great day, everyone. We will see you tomorrow, same time, same place, back in Studio A. And be kind to each other.
And be kind to each other.
Be kind to each
And
other.
don't be late.
Bye-bye.
You forgot that don't be kind and be kind to each other.
Are you ready for the challenge? Do you know what's coming? Are you ready to become a healthier you in 12 weeks? Welcome to Shred Zone. Shred Zone Fitness offers a personalized training program that you can do. With 30 minutes of time and online daily support, motivation, and a customized, easy, and flexible program designed with you in mind. Contact us at ShredZoneOnline.com and Shred Zone Fitness Studio, 561-331-2059. Shred Zone Online gives you 24/7 access to your personal trainer, personalized nutrition suggestions, strength training, and weekly accountability. Contact Shred Zone today at 561-331-2059. Let Shred Zone shred you to a better health. ShredZoneOnline.com or 561-331-2059.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000-square-foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddy S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.